The annual event aims to help find ways in addressing the problems of solid waste and litter in our coastal areas and waterways. Now, to know more about the importance of this activity, joining us now via Zoom is DENR-NCR OIC, Assistant Regional Director for Technical Services, Engineer Henry Pacis. Magandang umaga, Engineer. Thank you very much for joining us.
Morning, Paolo. And as we say in DENR, isang makalikasang umaga po sa atin.
Engineer, yung ICC na to, how does it differ from the regular cleanups na ginagawa ng DENR at ano ang focus nyo para sa 2024?
Yes, we actually conduct in DENR-NCR a weekly cleanup of the coastal areas and river other bodies of water. But for this purpose, the International Coastal Cleanup is designed in such a way that we tend to gather information as to the liters or the waste that we get, try to compare and analyze them in terms of volume. For example, we found in the last cleanup that most, of course, of these waste are what we have commonly, food wrappers, cups and plates, single plastic use bags, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Engineer, you take a look at you mentioned data gathering, gaano ka-importante to, of course, in the effort to fight pollution, of course, keeping our coasts clean. Where are the cleanup sites focused this year? This is not the first time, by the way, the Philippines is participating in the ICC, but where are the cleanup sites focused this time around, and what are the activities scheduled by the DENR?
Yes, so for this cleanup, we scheduled it on the third Saturday of September. So that's on Saturday. And we have for the DENR National Capital Regions, about 10 sites. Of course, we have SM by the Bay, the Las Piñas Parañaque Wetland Park, Paseco Beach area. We have Tansa Marine Tree Park in Nabotas, and then Dolomite Beach. Of course, Marikina River, Pasig River, Ocean Park, and I think in Asiana.
Well, Engineer, you mentioned a lot of places also involving the Manila Bay area. Gaano kalaking challenge linisin ang Manila Bay, considering obviously just how heavy the population is around that area po?
Yes, as we all know, the Supreme Court mandamus mandates not just DENR but other government agencies to clean up Manila Bay. And as early as, I think, way back in 2016, 2017, DENR launched what we call the Battle for Manila Bay. And we have so much waste already gathered, but every year we still have so many to get. And we have already introduced a lot of engineering interventions in the waterways. We put on trash traps, plastic river, or what we call it, boat that catches these traps. But obviously, it's not going to be sufficient. We will just be doing it alone. So we need also the partnership, what we call all of society approach. So the participation of the public, private sector is very important. We have seen improvements happen, but this has to be continued for even by the next generation, I suppose.
You mentioned po the importance of public and private partnerships, of course, the volunteers as well. In fact, nagpakita po kami ng video kanina talking about the volunteerism. Gaano ka-importante ang volunteer effort? And do we have any estimates on the type of numbers you're expecting in terms of participants para sa ICC this Saturday?
Actually, Paolo, it's already closed. Your registration, I understand, is already closed. I mean, there are so many who participate, and I mean, they definitely be by the thousands. But those who would still want to join can probably go straight to the SM malls. I think they welcome direct registration there. Yeah, so we want to get as much volunteers and support from the public, of course, not just in the actual coastal cleanup, but actually in the exercise of waste segregation, for example, because Manila Bay, as we all know, is as catch basins to all the water areas in the Metro Manila and even in the northern part of the Philippines. So if we can stop these litters from the source, meaning from the river itself or from our houses, then that's going to be a lot of help.
Well, engineer, just so everyone knows, Manila Bay covers 8 provinces, 178 LGUs, 3 regions, has 17 principal river systems. It will take a lot of work, and of course, the ICC will be helping with regards to keeping Manila Bay, or rather getting Manila Bay back on its feet. Thank you for joining us today, Engineer Henry Pacis of DENR. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, and thank you for having me again.